Hello friends, welcome back to my blind playthrough of Planescape Torment. This is episode 25, I believe, and we are diving back into the Weeping Catacombs, or whatever it was called. I took the liberty to run back here between episodes after resting up at the end of the last episode, so we will be diving in once again. Right, we have to ask this guy to let us in. I need you to open the gate. Okay. I had to give you 50 gold for you to let me out last time. I will never forget that, Burke.
All
In
right.
fact, if I get the opportunity, I will probably beat the gold out of you. When I'm done with Farad. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen here. Maybe we will become best buddies with Farad, but somehow I doubt it, you know? So we gotta be on the lookout for these enemies here. These lesser Vargwheels. Actually, are they in our journal? I'm thinking that it might be useful to learn a bit more about them. And there they are, actually. Lesser Vargwheel. Horrid creatures from the lower planes. Vargwheels are disembodied heads grown wings. Jesus, that is terrifying. I mean, I thought Mort was pretty disturbing, but this is just terrifying. Their bite is lethal, and worse, the victims of said bite are likely to become Vargwheels upon their death. Though the Vargwheels are not too dangerous in single combat, they flock to a fight and can prove deadly to an unprepared traveler. Those who would travel in dark places and catacombs should be wary. Right. Okay, these look kind of scary and goofy at the same time, if it's even possible, you know? And we have also a journal entry on Farad. We will read that later when we come back to him, hopefully victorious. Okay, let's step back, actually. Let's see if we can coax some of these guys
word,
to
Chief?
come our
Sure, why
way.
not?
Maybe. Oh, hang on. Where did they go? They have gone. Okay, if we come back here, let's try to block them off in the corridor, you know? But they don't want to be blocked off, obviously. Their AI tells them, no, 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 let's not do it like that. Let's, And, okay, we managed to figure it out here. So, let's attack this one, and let's actually select all my characters and just attack this one. I don't think we found any area of effect spells that we were looking for the last time, so I don't feel like any single target spells are really appropriate here, because this is just a bunch of enemies and all of them are of the same type. We'll see how things go with the damage. If Mort starts taking heavier damage than expected, then we'll try to protect him, you know, give him armor and stuff like that. Okay, they are surrounding us. That's not ideal. Well, at this point, let's just finish it. Okay, these are not too bad so far. Maybe they are a bit worse than I thought.
Balance I shall serve.
Did you see that?
Let's get away from there, and maybe, just maybe, if you can, you should heal up. You know, get some of that armor action. Actually, this is getting quite dicey here. We might have to heal a bunch of our characters after this fight. I'm still testing the waters here. You know, this is the first time I'm encountering this type of enemy. We have 4 of them left still. That's actually more than I was expecting. Maybe I want to do a tactical retreat here, and I don't know. Maybe I want to do a tactical retreat and sort of heal up or boost, you know, buff up with whatever spells I have. But we're not really getting the opportunity, are we? Okay, Nameless One, get away from there. Let's see, spells, armor. I mean, maybe I should have started with that. Oh, it's until destroyed by damage. See, okay, I was a bit reluctant to activate this because I thought, okay, this could be like something that only lasts a couple of seconds, you know? Until destroyed by damage. Well, that's it's a no-brainer then, isn't it? Okay, so, I mean, the Nameless one is a mage, so obviously bringing him to a fight like this makes no sense. So I think from now on we will just stay here, observe, maybe hurl a chromatic orb or two from time to time, you know. Did that work? I don't think it worked very well.
Did you see that?
Yes, certainly impressive, Mort. Now, I think I'll put some armor on Dakan.
Damn it.
Wait, what was that critical miss? Did I miss with the armor? Is that even possible? Hang on, so
It is
let's
I.
see. Where can I see active status effects here? Inventory screen? That's not it. Statistics screen? Maybe a bit better, right? Maybe. Armor class modifiers. Currently affected by armor. Okay, that's what we wanted to know. It would be helpful if there was like an icon somewhere, you know? But I suppose I should not really expect as much QOL
All right.
in a game this
see
old.
that?
Okay, well, we were victorious. But it wasn't easy, was it? And they didn't even drop anything useful. Alright, I'll heal up the Nameless one with, what can I do? Needle and thread, let's do it that way. Some more, maybe. Now I gotta learn what these charms actually do. I think I read their descriptions in like episode 1 or 2, but I haven't really been using them since. So strengthening bones, hoping to see minor tears in the skin. Right, temporary hit points and temporary bonus of AC for a half hour, which, you know, is in quotation marks, so that means a half hour in game, obviously. Ah, okay, so that's what that means. I think I can wait on that. I'll use another needle and thread here, though. And I think we're mostly
Endure.
good. Now,
In enduring, grow strong.
oh, that's right. I've been wanting to use the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon to see what it does, actually, but the question is now the best time to do it in the middle of a dungeon? I'm not really sure. If only I had some indication of what to do here. Hang on. Mort, who we had to resurrect last episode, doesn't have his items because we didn't pick them back up. So even the teeth are gone. Okay, that's something to remember. They are over here. This is the pile.
I shall
Okay,
serve.
maybe instead of remembering,
All
let's
right.
just go there straight away. If we can. Oh, we have a fresh supply of cranium rats here. That's not ideal.
Damn.
We can do the quick loot thing, but honestly, we should just do this. Yeah, this was the stuff that he had on him, right? All right, so let's do Ingress's teeth. Let's put them there. It's still very funny to me that you can just equip teeth in this game. Okay, the rats actually seem quite passive until I start hitting them, and they seem difficult to hit, don't they? They're not doing anything right now, which I will gladly take advantage of. Get him, Mort. I'm getting so many cranium rat tails, which are completely useless, by the way. 1 gold per each. Crazy. Meanwhile, we just gave 50 gold to get out of here for a rest.
I'm gone.
Okay, should I keep going this way or that way? Maybe I'll try and keep going here just in case. Now, something shot a spell at me from there before, so let's maybe Be careful. It could have been just a cranium rat. Yeah, a cranium rat cast on me. The good news is that it missed completely. Oh, it can do that twice. Okay, let's get that rat. That's an annoying one. Blindness. That's fun. That's how that works. Okay, I'm learning all the sort of icons and their different meanings, you know, the spell icons.
All right.
Let's keep going this way since I'm already... Whoa! A were-rat. Whew. What? Okay, what was that sound? Did it cast something? It didn't look like it cast something. Oh, Mort's taking damage here. And he's not dealing... Target is immune to weapon. Okay. Okay. That's,
I'm gone.
tactical retreat, maybe? Let's, hurl something at it. Do I have a chromatic orb? I don't. Okay, what sort of weapon is it immune to exactly? So Mort's teeth are, crushing. The con has slashing. We could try slashing. I mean, the con is armored, so he will hopefully be able to withstand a bit of damage. But it remains to be seen. It's actually not looking too good, is it? Ah, shit, this is not good.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Yeah, let's get going out of here because these guys are nasty. Okay, I think we lost the direct aggro there.
I will hear you.
But holy shit. This guard thing, what is that, by the way?
Serve.
Okay, you can choose to guard someone. I see. So if I do... Hang on, if I do... I can't do it anymore. Cool. I'm figuring things out here. How do I even heal Takon? The only thing I remember about healing Takon is that it was a pain in the ass, and the only thing that really worked was bringing him to Mebeth. So that's fun.
I'm gone.
As you pass one of the twisted stone faces on the walls, it calls out to you in a creaking voice that sounds like the shifting of boulders. Immortal, regard me. I don't know, I'm trying to come up with a voice that sounds like the shifting of boulders. I'm not doing a very good job. I am Glyve. I would have words with you. That doesn't sound like shifting boulders either. I think I'll just stop trying at this point. Immortal, though. How do you know I'm immortal, Mr. Glyve? I see a burning purpose within your shell. I see many things in the falling dust of these tunnels. You lack something essential, and that keeps you from death's sweet embrace. Huh. Okay, what do you want to tell me? Listen. This place holds much danger for you. Treachery awaits you on the surface, and your way is long and winding. At the end, you will find what you have sought, but you may not want it then. Oh, this is important, isn't it? Find what I have sought, but I may not want it then. What do you mean? Are you some sort of oracle? Oracle? No. I observe. That is all. Well, perhaps you can do less observing and more answering. What did you want to know? So, how did you come to be a face on the wall? That doesn't exactly happen to all of us, you know? I was once a respected leader of my community in the lower ward. A petty lord sought to increase his power at the expense of my people, my friends, my relatives, and friends and I spoke against him. Okay. And then he captured us, one by one, and bound our spirits and senses into these screaming faces under the ditch, where all filth in Sigil comes eventually. And then he let the polluted waters above flow through our mouths and noses and eyes. Whoa, that's a crazy sort of punishment. I know he was a petty lord, but that sounds quite petty. Is there anything I can do to help you out of this, frankly, just horrible situation? I am cursed to remain here until fresh water passes my lips. There is a magical flask of water in the drowned nations. That sounds like another plane. Drowned nations. That sounds like a water world. I don't know. That's maybe that's a very naive way of thinking about it. Bring it to me and give me a taste of it, and I shall tell you of someone who can help you unlock its full potential, and you shall never lack for water again. Never lack for water again. That would be so useful in real life. Honestly, what does it mean gameplay wise though? Does it mean like I don't know, maybe being able to heal myself on the fly without consuming anything? That sounds overpowered. We will see. Where is this flask? You've piqued my interest, certainly.
Updated my journal.
I do not know. There was an artist named Chad, really, who frequented these tunnels. He knew. Find him, and he may tell you. Well. And how do I get there? Through the dead nations, where the dead walk and rule, or through the warrens of thought, where many as one hold sway. Neither is without its risks. Okay, we are going to learn a lot of new information here, aren't we? Dead nations. The dead have achieved life in their own way. They rule a portion of these catacombs. They struggle with many as one for the heart of these tunnels. So these catacombs have their own sort of internal politics to them. Interesting. Tell me more of the catacombs. The catacombs were carved eons ago to house the dead of the city who did not wish the tender ministrations of the dustmen. They have become the refuse ground of the city, where dwell monsters barely seen, where humans prowl like scavengers among the scavengers. Many as one patrols these tunnels, and has turned many against their natures. The dead nations prowl as well, guarding against the depredations of the humans who come among them. Okay. Monsters, humans, dead, scavengers, many as one. Dead nations. Okay. I'm really interested in this many as one. It sounds like some sort of religion that maybe something like panpsychism, like the idea that we are all sort of one soul, that we are one consciousness, maybe even. Okay, tell me of the dead nations first. Right, you already did. Tell me about many as one. You have heard of cranium rats. Ah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense actually. When they gather, they become more powerful. A shared mind. They and their servants, were-rats, seek mastery of these undertunnels. They war with the dead nations. Were-rats are their servants. I mean, it makes sense because even though these were-rats look way more dangerous and are way more dangerous on an individual basis, together the cranium rats have the ability to develop like an advanced intellect, an advanced consciousness. So yeah, that checks out. Interesting. Okay, I have some other questions. Well, I guess I don't actually. These are all the things that I've already asked. Well, thank you, Glyve. That was incredibly enlightening. Now let's check the journal because there might be some information about how to fight these were-rats. Even though I'm, whoa, okay, that's so terrifying. Even though I'm looking to run the opposite way at this point in time. But I presumably won't be able to find the bronze sphere without fighting the rats. Lycanthropy is a sickness passed on by the bite of an infected creature, turning the unfortunate victim into a werebeast, a creature that is half human, half beast. There are a number of creatures that pass along this disease, some of them quite noble, others fearsome and awe-inspiring. The rat is neither of those, and its lycanthropic cousins are the skulkers of the wereworld, the hiders in shadow, the despised. Their personalities all seem to reflect this. Okay, well, that was interesting, but it told me nothing about how to fight them. Which is what I was hoping for in the first place. Oh, come on. We also had the Lesser Vargwills, which we read. You're right. We've read this journal entry already. Huh. So, Dakon is in, well, what I can only describe as a critical condition here. And I didn't really see anything to remedy that, but I don't know, maybe I should use the Circle of Zerthimon here. Let's just remind myself of what it does. This small round stone is the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon. The Unbroken Circle is a Zerth religious text containing teachings of Zerthimon, the founder of the Githzerai people. The circle is made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another, depending on which branch the reader wishes to follow in the path of teachings. Oh, is this like... Hang on, is this like a specialization inside or in his class, in his mage class? It is said some Zerths spend years poring over the combinations of the plates looking for new significance in the teachings. And yeah, he uses this for focusing his spellcasting abilities. Okay, let's use it. Can't figure out how to unlock the plates, however. Hang on, but don't I have the I swear I had something to unlock these, right? Somewhere. What about the negative token? Where did I get that from? Ward against shadows. Geez, I'm blanking here. I'm sure I will figure things out eventually, but right now I actually don't know how to use this. Yeah. All right. Let's explore this place, which seems a bit less dangerous than the one with the were-rats. A leg bone club. It has a chance of breaking. That's fun. This carven face sweats with the damp air, with tracks cut into its face from the dripping water. Unlike most of the barrels and urns in the catacombs, these appear to have been relatively unmolested. Okay, let's loot them then. Oh, some copper commons, nice. This body is twisted and bent as if it died in incredible pain. And we have another body here. The corpse lies motionless, alright, that's the thing that we saw with that other body as well. So this is another exit to the mosaic crypt. Hang on, is this okay, no. I was wondering, like, are these alternate exits outside, but it doesn't seem like they are. These are just different crypts, which are presumably all just here underground, and maybe they have some sort of exit, you know, some sort of shortcut for me to get outside, but maybe not. Okay, now this area is
What's up, Chief?
full of zombies, which is
as
something that I can deal with, right? Zombies are fairly easy here.
Did you see that?
Yeah, we dealt with them at the mortuary, right? And they are not very good at hitting stuff, which makes them the perfect enemies for Mort.
I'm gone.
Another standard dead body. That is where the were rats are, so let's not go there.
What's the word, Chief?
Well, the word is you gotta kill some zombies for me. Now let's stay back with my other characters. Let's make sure to do this properly. So Mort doesn't really need any sort of boost here, so I'm not even gonna use any of my spells.
Damn it.
Alright. Seems to be doing a pretty good job so far.
All right.
Yet another crypt. Geez, how many of these are there? Chad. Oh, this is Chad. The sandy-haired collector's corpse is covered with nasty bites. The dead man's neck still writhes, as if it were trying to twist itself off his body. Ugh. That's interesting. Hang on, and that's it? What do you mean, that's it? Apparently, an artist collector named Chad knows where I can find a flask that will fulfill these conditions. Okay, I think the game is telling me that the flask is actually here, right? This would be the Dead Nations Catacombs. Lovely. I mean, I guess it sounds better than the Cranium Rats. So this part belongs to the Dead Nations, and this one to the rats, right? That's what I'm getting from this. Now, what about this, though? Oh, there actually doesn't seem to be anything of note apart from these sarcophagi. Let's pick up some bandages. How effective are bandages, by the way? 3 hit points. Wow. An overwhelming number of hit points to heal. Can Dakan use them, or stackable items? Heal a character for 3 hit points of damage. Okay, he can. Nice. Now, we don't really have a lot of them, to be honest. What the fuck just happened? I guess... Oh my god. See, there's no animation for some of the other items, right? I've used the needle and thread earlier in the episode, and nothing happened. But this honestly just made me jump. My first thought was that I was being attacked by Ignis because Dakan went orange for some reason. Oof. Okay, the jar of embalming fluid and more bandages. Nice. Okay, maybe we will find a steady supply of them here in the catacombs, so that would actually be very nice. Let's use another one just so Dakan doesn't die immediately. You know what? 2. I mean, 3 hit points really isn't a lot, so it's not like there's a point in saving these and hoarding them for too long. Oh, we have a cutscene. Whoa. Okay, first of all, that floor looks cool as hell. If I have to choose, I choose you guys. You guys have the coolest floor here, and that's what I'm basing my alignment on. Hargrimm or Hargrimm the Bleak. Stop! Thou have come too far, traveler, and trespassed into the dead nations, realm of the silent king. Wilt thou submit peacefully? Peacefully, huh? Not really my forte, Burke. Submit to what, then? 'Tis the will of the silent king that all who pass the gates into our nation become prisoners of his lands. Wilt thou submit? Well, I don't know about prisoner. Last time I got imprisoned, it took me like 25 minutes to escape the maze. Do I really have a choice here? If I say no, the best thing that can happen is they tell me get away from here, you know? And I kind of want to visit this place. It looks pretty cool, and the characters look pretty cool. There are some new interesting models here. This one looks a bit like Ferret with his long face, but well, I guess I will submit. I might come to regret the decision, but that's life. Come then, we shall show thee to the chapel. Know this, thou shalt be free to wander these lands, halls, but not to leave the catacombs. Thou shalt be a prisoner here until thy death. Should thou later arise as we have, thou shalt be free. Praise the silent king. His will be done. Okay, so interesting. So if I die here, I won't wake up at the mortuary, right? Because that makes no sense. There will be no one to carry me there, right? Instead, what is going to happen is I will stay here, and okay, they are telling me I have to die to be able to get away from here. But will I lose my items? I mean, if I die, and then no, actually, hang on. Nameless One doesn't lose his items if he dies, right? That's different from all the companions. So maybe there isn't really any sort of punishment to this. All right. I mean, it's not like I have a choice. I will follow you.
Updated my journal.
Soego. Ooh. Again, another cool floor design. I love this place, guys. I love what you've done with the place. Honestly, the name, the Dead Nation or whatever, it doesn't really do you justice, you know? Ah, another member of the living. Most are slain by the ghouls this far into the catacombs. You are fortunate. And you are Soego from the mortuary. See, I thought the name sounded familiar, but I also thought I might be wrong there. Soego from the mortuary. All the way from the mortuary, huh? What are you doing here? Your memory serves you well. Well, the game's memory serves me well. I am no longer stationed in the mortuary. Instead, I have become a missionary in these parts. Missionary? Really? So the Dustmen send missionaries to the dead. Interesting. But I thought I'd kill you, did I? Were you among those that I, well, had to defend myself from, really, when you think about it? Could be, I suppose. Missionary. Yes. I came to these catacombs after hearing rumors of undead that were aware in these parts. I hope to save them. Aware as in conscious, right? Save them. How did you even hear rumors of undead that were aware? How do rumors like that get out? Through the collectors, I suppose. That's the likeliest way. Save them. Yes. Passion ties them to this false life. I hope I can teach them to forsake these passions and leave this false life behind and reach the true death. Right. False life, true death, Dustman teachings. Got it. You want them to die, then? I wish them to transcend this plane of existence, divorce themselves from passion. I can save them. Or it can save them. You know what, let's ask about these things anyway, just to get a refresher. What was that false life you mentioned? These dead ones are so close to the true death, yet they cling to this life. This false life is the lie of existence on this plane. True death. A complete absence of passion. The true death is the true life beyond this shadow of existence. A nice paradox there, the true death is the true life. It is to this place that these dead must reach to free themselves. Right, absence of passion. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the followers of Shar from Baldur's Gate 3, you know, from the Forgotten Realms. Absence was a big theme with that faction. So, where am I? You are in the catacombs of the dead nations. The guards brought you here. Huh. And, who were you? Who are you, I guess? I am Soego, factotum of the Dustmen. I am a missionary in these parts. He gives a half bow. Right, I've heard of Soego. I've heard of factotum as a title. I'm just not sure if it was associated with you back then or not. Anyway, why have I been made a prisoner here? I do not know. Ask some of the citizens here. Huh. Perhaps I will. Farewell. A moment of your time before you go. Do not attack any of the undead here in the catacombs. They will not harm you so long as you remain peaceful. Should you prove hostile, they will defend themselves, and there are many of them. Lastly, you may return here if you need to rest. Well, I mean, do we need to rest now? I suppose Dakon does, but then again, his hit points really didn't regen much by resting, huh? But still, let's rest.
Updated
No
my
harm done.
journal.
Of course, you shall be safe in this chamber while you rest. Thank you, my friend. I rested for 8 hours, which was enough to get Dakon back up a bit. Now, is there any sort of penalty to resting several times in a row in this game, or is that not the case? I don't think I figured that out yet. Rest again. I don't think the game simulates passage of time in any sense, you know, by including timed quests or anything like that. So yeah, this is quite an easy way to heal up. You just rest multiple times. Even though it, again, for Dakon, it takes him quite a bit longer to reach in, which is interesting. Maybe it's something I should look into, actually. Anyway, this metal slab is apparently used as a bed. There looks to be a portion on its side that can be pried open. Let's do it. You're not going to be able to pry into Soego's things while he's around. You need to find some way to distract or lure him away from the area if you want to get in there. Interesting. I didn't even really get a sense of that's what I'm doing. You know, these are his things. Okay. I will try to be a bit more respectful then, because you know, the character who lets us rest. Let's not get on their bad side. Jeez. Right. So let's actually look at my statistics screens and figure out what affects regeneration. Yeah. A high constitution gives you more hit points, and in the Nameless One's case, a faster regeneration rate as well. Interesting. The other stats don't really seem tied to regeneration in any way. I mean, it doesn't really even make sense for wisdom or intelligence to be. Strength isn't tied to it either. Constitution is really just the one that makes the most sense here, right? And the Nameless One has. Okay, what's the difference between Mort and Dagon? Because I assume for Dagon, it's probably his race that makes him slower to regenerate. Constitution HP bonus per level. I'm not sure if that bonus is also a bonus to regeneration, though. It doesn't sound like it is that, right? Weight allowance, missile adjustment. Well, I can't really figure it out, to be honest. Oh, this is a fun stat. 21 kills. Meanwhile, Mort has how many? Oh, see, this is Mort's. I accidentally clicked on Mort's biography, and I don't think I've read that before. So we'll see. I won't read it right now, though. Number of kills 145. Strongest creature killed Rotten William. Interesting. That's fun. And we've been playing for 6 days and 7 hours. Okay. Now let's take a look around here a bit. Is Soego in our journal, perchance? I don't think he is, but just in case, let's check who we got here. We also have Ferret here, who I said I would read his journal when we got back to him, but it looks like that might take a while, so actually let's do it now. Ferret Warmhair is the Collector King of the Hive, a man crippled in body and spirit. His mind, however, seems to be as sharp as ever. He rules the buried village with an iron fist, keeping even that disorderly rabble in line. He is a sneak, a thief, and he seems to know far too much about you, though he does not reveal it without coaxing. And coax him we did, actually. I'm pretty proud of that. The small brazier barely gives off light, much less heat. You guys should invest in some better lighting here. The floor work, brilliant. The interior design could use a little cleaning up, but the lighting... Locked container. Not locked, but doesn't seem to have anything important. Okay, can I maybe try to pry this open? Hang on, how did I do that again? Iron pry bar, that seems to be kind of the best thing to use here, but hang on, can I not use the item? Oh, it's only usable by fighters and thieves. Interesting. So do I have a way to pry open things right now? I don't think Dakon can equip it, right? He's got his special blade, and I don't think I can really give him anything else. And Mort, I don't know where Mort's lockpicking skill is at, but Open Doors 12. Open Doors 10, okay. Open Doors 18. Interesting.
Balance.
Well, let's try this if I can. This container is locked, sure. And now if I do if I strike it with the blade, failed. Okay, I have to do this over and over again. That's cool, I suppose. Oh, it worked. That's how you... What? 500 copper commons from that? And the only thing we had to do was become thieves? That's crazy. Well, I think we have a difficult moral choice in front of us. Do we actually want to be thieves? No. At this point, we don't, really. You know what? I think I will wait to learn all I can about these guys before I decide whether I want to do this.
Opened.
Because there is some useful stuff there. But to really justify it morally
Opened.
before my party, I have to... Wow. Some really great stuff here, though. But to really justify this for myself as someone who tries to at least
Alright.
semi-roleplay in role-playing games, I will wait to see what these guys are like. And if I determine that they deserve to be stolen from, I will do it. Keep the peace of the Silent King in your spirit. He is well pleased with you. Be not deceived by the false memories of life. We have cast off the skein of life that bound us. For the first time, we are free. We are free to make mistakes. We are free not to make mistakes. Our lives now have as great a meaning as they ever did. Give not into the temptation to do evil. The existence is a gift for us. Let us not be cruel. God damn it, the text goes by so fast. This is impossible to read in time. Unlike the interior sort of question marks that I read, they always seem to stay on screen for just the right amount of time for me to comfortably read them. Not NPC dialogue though. So this is Hargrimm the Bleak, right? This is the person that actually welcomed us to this place, and we have a congregation of skeletons here. That's actually that's kind of funny. But again, look at the floor though. This is beautiful, man. This place is great. Honestly, this is the best looking place I've seen in the entire game so far. Not that it's a difficult contest, really. It says more about the condition of the hive than anything else. This iron pew looks exceptionally uncomfortable. I mean, the skeletons, I guess, don't really care about comfort too much, really. And we have some friendly ghouls here. Oh, these animations are so funny. Look at that. Can I talk to you guys? This drooling, yellow-eyed ghoul reeks of blood and carrion. Okay, charming. It picks at its crooked fangs with long, filthy talons, constantly snuffling the air around it. His flesh has turned a sickly green color and is covered in rot and weeping sores. I don't know if you want to be talking to that thing. Well, why not, Mort? Let's not be prejudiced, you know? They were once humans. They or their ancestors feasted on corpses, and this is what they've become. Pretty nasty stuff, Chief. They're little more than animals, really. Dangerous animals. They feasted on corpses. So is that how ghouls originated? That's interesting. But maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was their ancestors, you know? I guess I still want to talk to them. I hope they don't attack me, though. That would be so annoying. The ghoul narrows his eyes and snarls at you. Its tongue, no less than 2 hands long, curls out to lick at its scabby lips. Excuse me, Mr. Ghoul, I had some questions. If you'd be so welcoming. The ghoul continues to eye you hungrily. He clenches and unclenches his clawed fists, as if fighting the urge to leap upon you and feed. You know what? We don't need this. We don't need this in our life. Let's just keep exploring. What about zombies? Are they friendlier? This rotting male corpse at first seems completely unaware of you. As you approach, however, it turns and nods slowly, as if greeting you. Well, there you go. The zombies, they are the more reasonable ones, apparently. The zombie moans softly in reply. With each exhalation, the stench of rotting meat fills the air. Welcoming, but the same amount of disgusting, really. I had some questions. The zombie makes a series of unintelligible moans. You can't make out anything he's saying. Well, farewell. I appreciate the intention, I suppose. Now, these things I probably shouldn't touch. A nameless... a nameless zombie we are the nameless zombie here. Forgot my name. Okay. Now this one might be a little more interesting of an interaction, huh? This rotting female corpse is shaking her head and moaning sadly. As you approach, however, she turns and holds her hands out to you, as if asking for aid. Greetings. The zombie moans softly in reply. Right, okay, same line as before. I had some questions. I can't understand you, but this definitely... Oh, this means that I can learn to understand them, right? This means that I can learn to understand their language, and it's just a matter of doing something, which I haven't quite figured out yet. But we will see once we come across the option. Okay, what is this? This is back to the church. I see, I see. I love the tiles on the floor. Doubtful skeleton. There is no meat left on the bones of this ancient animated corpse. Only a few colored rags which seem to serve more as decoration than clothing. Love that. It is staring at the floor, shaking its head and tapping its chin thoughtfully. Greetings? It makes no response, apparently lost in thought. I can empathize with that. Greetings again. It looks up and, seeing you, sighs with a small puff of dust. I've much on my mind and would prefer to be left alone. Is there something I could help you with? No. I have a difficult decision to make, 'tis all. Well, what decision is that, Mr. Skeleton?
Journal.
To continue my life here, or to die? To finally pass into the true death that I have been told of. Ah, you are thinking of converting to the Dustman religion? Well, how do you understand the true death? A complete absence of passion. The true death is the true life beyond this shadow of existence. It is said that we must reach this place to free ourselves. Well, I don't know, man. I see no reason why you should give up your life. I shall take thy words into consideration. And now I ask thee to leave me to my thoughts. Farewell. Well, that was a very polite interaction. Especially in the voice that I read it in. Alright. We have... Oh. Oh, you look super interesting. Soon my blighted ones we will all feed. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, this person is a ghoul rebelling against the Silent King. Oh, this is not gonna end up well, is it? Knifed ghoul. Okay, lots of interesting characters to meet here, actually. I think I will save them for the next episode, though. Thank you for joining me. I have been Savle. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.